where you've done that one.
Actually, he's not in the room anymore. Darn, I was gonna.
I know. I was gonna ask.
I was gonna get Jason
to
to do it. Yeah.
Jason's awkward fart dot wave is just too impressive.
Actually, here we go.
Yo.
Now that you've all, now that we've brought Kazuma Kiryu into the general thought space, we got a challenge here. It's this or that.
Oh yeah.
Interested.
Right.
And it's a Scottish slang edition.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
no.
a Scottish word. Can you guess its meaning? Everything you need is in sidebar.
How's that a this or that?
I think the idea is that it's either a Scottish word or Scottish slang word.
I've looked through it. They give you two definitions. You have to pick which one is correct.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm going to send that on over to engineering.
You hit me with the real swerve there, Ian. Of now that we're talking about Kazuma Kiryu, let's talk about Scottish slang.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's Majima who actually is the Scot.
What?
Oh, you really need to start following my channel.
The Lowland or Highland Majimas?
I believe they're Highland.
I watch so much content in a week, Ian. And Friday nights I'm busy.
They seem to be able to keep up just fine.
I could be mean.
All right, I just realized I don't get to control this, so
Oh, Corvus. It was. Sorry, Corvus is like, what was that printed thing? It was a.
yeah, we should probably take it out of the food zone before it starts to smell.
It's been dripping there all along. It's probably fine.
Yeah,
It was ham.
Oh. It's true.
we still don't know what causes it.
It's a bunch of ham.
And it came out tonight because ham is stored in the balls.
Yep.
3D printed ham.
The ham fell apart.
2 quick things.
Yes.
Somebody please remind me next time we do a dance that I wanted to dance with engineering because I forgot.
Right.
And 2, people who work here, is there any kind of sizing logic to the prop closet, or is it more like...
No.
Okay, cool.
It's more like
Categorization.
yeah.
It's jazz. It's chaos.
No, it's roughly categorized.
Okay,
The problem is, especially during Desert Bus, people don't put things back.
okay. I'll see what I can find.
All right.
All right. So engineering seems to have this up. Let's have ourselves a little learn 'em
Learn them.
with some Scots slang. Scottish slang.
Does Graham's head feel fuzzy or prickly? It actually feels quite soft, at least to my.
It looks soft.
Yeah.
The color's looking really good, actually.
Yeah, I'm happy about
Yeah,
that.
that's-
You only really get prickly when it's been shaved because of the way that the razor cuts off the hair very abruptly. I know this. 'cause I get
Anyone
my
is
head
welcome
shaved
to
frequently.
give it a touch.
Ian,
Man.
kick us off, please.
Good day,
Oh,
Desert
it's
Bus.
soft.
I'm always
Yeah.
surprised by
Yeah, that's nice.
how much British culture makes its way up to Canada, especially via the medium panel shows, but what about up north? You'll see a series of Scottish slang words and phrases and 2 definitions. One of them is right, but there are no both answers. I don't know if I'll be able to fool you, but I hope this is entertaining. Or at the very least, you'll be more entertaining than driving the bus. From Stuart to Decker.
And as we begin, Matt will do his squats because we just hit
Fantastic.
885.
Next
One,
slide, please.
3,
Teuchter.
5.
B.
Teuchter.
I say B.
I'd say A. 8.
I think this is a noun that means
9.
Wait. Noun?
10.
That's not a noun. Particularly impressive is an adjective.
I'm gonna go with B as well.
I'm going with A.
Yeah, I'm also going with A.
Survey says.
No.
Oh,
Particularly impressive. A stoater is a prime example of whatever the title is being bestowed upon. That giant salmon you caught, a stoater. The teacup rookie doing flips in the park, a stoater. That fried egg you made was perfectly cooked, stoater. The closest Scots for losing balance is a shoogle. More common, something wobbly is shoogly, which is just a fun word to say.
So it's an adjective that's used as a noun.
Well, it's a noun.
Interesting. A stoater.
Yeah.
Well, I would think maybe, a noun in the sense that it is a stoat that stoats.
Interesting. I would love to hear that pronounced by someone who can do the voice.
Yes.
Moving on.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Argy Bargy.
Pudding and pie.
Is it an argument or loud drunkenness?
Hey, it's an argument.
A.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Hey.
we were all aware of the pudding and pie.
I'm a big old Argy Bargy.
Let's see how confident we are. Argy Bargy is an argument or a shoving match. It comes from Old Scots argy, meaning argue, Nobody knows where the Bargy was invented, probably in the Cockney region. The English version, Argy Bargy, comes
Yep.
from a similar etymology.
Got real ogle boggle.
Lots of words for drunkenness in Scots. Don't read too much into it.
Dare Argle with Yargle? I think not.
Hello, Argle. I've come to Bargle.
A second Bargle.
I knew a guy in high school who argled a whole bargle once.
Oh my gosh, in front of everybody?
The Bargle was stuck in the Suez Canal.
Must have been very
It's a
popular.
real shame. A bottle of ginger. Is that a soda or a whiskey?
I think this is a soda.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm going
Minute and a half on the giveaway.
Soda.
Sorry, I just
Soda.
90 seconds.
Calling it as soda and it's iron brew.
Because
I
of like
think you're right.
ginger ale or something.
Yeah, I think Scots are a little bit too precious about their whiskey to call it a
Yeah.
ginger. Let's see.
Hey.
It is a soda.
Nailed it.
Specifically to Glaswegian for a bottle of iron
A
brew.
glass bottle of iron brew. Ooh.
Oh.
Fancy
Yes.
with your glass bottles of iron brew.
Which is a suspicious shade of orange, hence the name. Depending on where you are in Glasgow, it can be basically mean any glass bottle of soda pop, soft drink, etc.
It's like how Jason was telling me that where he's from, they call it all Coke.
Yeah, I've heard that too in the South.
Yeah.
Drives me mad.
Yeah. Sprite Coke, Dr. Pepper Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to use a single brand name for all products of the same type. Oh, by the way, I applied a Band-Aid to my leg earlier.
And
I posit that's different.
In this case, it was actually a Band-Aid, but
Fair
it
enough.
could have been an elastoplast.
Yeah.
Bang!
As Chris Hanel says, what kind of Coke do you want? A Pepsi is a very common exchange in the South. Also, hi, Chris.
I think this is a baby or child.
Yeah.
Bairn?
Bairn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going baby.
It's a baby.
Yep.
There's a couple magic cards that use this.
And I
I'm going to buck the trend and go wetlands.
gotta be a different word for marsh.
Like the Gilder
Wet
Baron.
baby.
Survey says
Babyland.
which is a different game, but I'm infringing everything.
we
Just a
there?
baby or child. From the Old English burn, it's typically used for babies or small children as a term of endearment.
Term of endearment.
Term of endearment.
Ermagerd.
Please don't burn your children.
But larger children may take offense. Wetlands don't have a translation to Scots, despite us having so much of it. A
Yeah, what the
burn
heck?
Well,
is
it's
a
just
small
Scotland.
river. Yeah, I think it's just earth.
Yeah, how do you differentiate?
Bog.
Ken,
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
To know.
Yeah.
is it
Let's
lean or
be-
bend or to know?
It is no. Do you can?
I would
Yeah.
agree.
B B B B B.
Very popular crossword puzzle answer.
More commonly, in northern cities such as Dundee, can replace no for pretty much any situation. You can is in fact a common verbal tick similar to you know.
I learned this from Round the Horn, from a parody folk song that I've just realized I won't repeat.
I never thought having a gaming group of primarily Glaswegians, 8 years ago would come in handy, but here I am.
Actually, you know what's funny is Round the Horn was hosted by a guy named Kenneth Horn. The precursor show to that show was called Beyond Our Ken
Oh my gosh!
because it was Kenneth Horn and it was the double entendre.
I think I picked it up honestly from Garfield at some point. But
This was cemented in my head by TikTok.
patter, is that a chat or a swagger?
Chat.
Ooh.
Chat.
It's a chat. This is a term from magic.
Chat.
A magician's patter is the stuff that comes out of their mouth so they can distract people from what they're doing with their hands.
I can see what they're trying with pitter patter, but I think it's A.
Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Difficult to translate, especially into non-Scots, but chat is a good approximation. You can't have a patter. It's not a tangible thing. But someone who can hold conversation has good patter. And that person you have to invite to Thanksgiving out of familial obligation, but nobody wants around, has bad patter.
This is Scottish is to patter as English is to banter.
We shall now refer to chat as patter until we forget.
Hi, patter.
What are we doing?
Good bants.
A small, sharp object, as evidenced by its mouthfeel.
Chib.
I think it's a small sharp
This is the
object.
first one I've never heard.
Same.
I weirdly notice a lot of similarities between Japanese words and other words. So I'm going to say that this is a small thing,
Chibi?
specifically a sharp object.
I'm gonna go with jail.
I'm going to go with small sharp object based on what the patter thinks.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go with B as well.
Let's reveal it's a small, sharp object.
It is a shiv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it's easily concealable, stabby weaponry. It's also similar to shiv, which is a word meaning to use such an implement.
A little stabby.
Initials being chibbed into a desk. Interesting.
Hi.
Cool.
Love it. Teuchter.
Teuchter. Teuchter.
English person, because it sounds like tutor.
English person.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. That's a good theory. I like that.
English person because you spit a little when you say it.
Yeah.
That is I'm so on board.
I think it's like a term for like somebody from who's rural, who's further out.
Like someone from like, the Canadian wilderness, like a Tewksbury.
Yes. It doesn't sound rude enough to be a Scottish word for an English person.
I mean,
Well,
it's
this
close
is
to
a
took
family
us.
program, so
Right.
I'm still
let's
going B.
see what it is.
Oh.
Teucher's person from the Highlands or Islands of Scotland. Although the word has a lot of alternative pronunciations and spellings, Wikipedia has a good list. It comes from Gaelic and is right on the line between offensive and playful, so use with care. The Scots for an English person is Sassenach. Sassenach.
That's not.
As anyone who's seen Outlander will tell you. However, this term is offensive.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not the most offensive thing an English
Whoops.
person would call it in
Sassenach.
Scotland, but not nice.
Sorry, this was an informational one.
There's your one.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just the crab section of Reddit.
I thought this was like a Tenchi Muyo thing. Crabbit.
Crabbit.
A cheapskate.
Cheapskate.
I'm going A.
I'm
Buck
going
the
A.
trend.
Yeah, I'm going
You're
A.
grumpy.
Crabbits in one of our D&D games.
I'm
They're
going to be.
not crabs. They're crow rabbits.
You've got time to gab it.
You've got time for crabbing.
These folks see money and they crab it.
Let's see what it is.
Hey.
An adjective for angry, but not the loud angry. More just someone quietly, but obviously seething or just generally grumpy. There are plenty of alternatives to more potent anger. Raging, fuming, and rage are fun examples. Cheapskate, funnily enough, is from the Old Scots.
Oh.
So it's actually used here. Good alternatives for it are penny pinching and a Scrooge.
Yeah. I thought it was the title of that song by Chaos from the early 2000s. Niche Canadian humor from off camera.
Very good.
Thank you.
Peely-Wally. Peely-Wally.
Peely-Wally.
I've never heard this one.
Unappetizing food or drink, like the, not like the cod liver. Or a pale or unwell-looking person, someone who did not want to eat the cod liver.
A pale or unwell-looking person.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little Peely-Wally at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I,
was-
like B for this.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if it was like a noun or like an adjective. Like, you're looking a little Peely-Wally there.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
like
right.
B.
Is it B? It's B! Peely-Wally comes from the Old Scots and describes someone who is visibly unwell, whether
Oh my
from a
God.
hangover or the flu. Usually for mild to moderate symptoms, it's a bit of an understatement for a serious illness and a bit insulting to someone who is naturally pale. We don't have words for unappetizing foods specifically. We do have bofing, boggin, and kai for various kinds of unpleasantness.
So don't tell your favorite streamer they look Peely-Wally, is what I'm hearing.
I have been reading the black text on the white background and trying to figure out how you all read so fast to understand what the answer is so much quicker than I do. There's text on the blue part, too.
All that in each one.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I have been sitting here for several questions being like, God, I'm such a slow reader. Whoa.
What's the back of, then?
Just after, when discussing time, is my guess based on no knowledge.
Just passed when giving directions.
I think it's B as well,
I
Jordan.
think it's B.
I'm
think-
going A.
I think when you're talking about like the back of the day or the back of the week or something like that, yeah, that makes sense to me.
I'm with
See.
Matt and Andrew because I feel like this is a
Yeah.
this is one of those vocal tics that makes no sense, but everyone does.
Yeah, you want to go down the road until you go past the back of the barn.
It's just the back of the molars.
Newfie
Yeah.
has a real good one of those.
Just
Hey.
after an hour on the clock.
Sorry,
Nice.
B.
B.
So you'll need someone at the
Yep.
back of 7 means
Back of
meeting
7.
at sometime after 7. How long depends on the person. For some, 5 is running late. For others, it's 20 minutes or more. There are only 2 rules. There is no equivalent for before the hour, and you have to use round o'clock. Saying the back of half 7 is a good way to mark yourself as a tourist who is way too studyish.
All right.
And that's it.
And that's our lot.
Thanks everyone front and back for the camera for running Disabus for Hope, and thanks to the video strike team, without whom I would have seen none of this because I have a one goblin to look after.
Yeah.
Say hello to your 01 goblin.
Thank you so much for that.
So the bit of Newfie slang that really tripped us up, we had a choir trip to Newfoundland a few years ago, and the one regional tick that caught all of us off guard was the phrase, "Where you to?"
Where are you
came
to?
up- Yeah, this specifically came up when one of our group was trying to call a cab, and they kept asking, "Where are you to?"
And you thought it was, where are you going?
To,
But they meant,
yeah.
where are you presently?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Where are you to, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah, where are you to actually means
They're
where are
from-
you right now?
They're from Scandinavia.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
And apparently, like, not nice people.
I've
but-
also heard that.
But here we are. That's fascinating. I like the first time we went to Australia and we learned that they don't, at least where we were, they don't, like, g'day is not a greeting.
Right.
It's, how you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you going?
How you going?
Yeah.
Crikey, also not really Australian
Yeah.
slang.
No.